and welcome to the Box to Box podcast. This is episode 4, and a very highly anticipated tournament is coming up. I don't know if you've heard of it, the World Cup. Not so highly anticipated for many, but we are very, very, very excited. We will be discussing the World Cup. We will be creating our own bracket. And let's see who wins the World Cup from Walid and Mohamad. How are you feeling towards this year's World Cup?
Excited, definitely interesting in terms of it's going to be at a different time compared to what we're used to. Obviously, it's usually in the summer. This time around, though, it'll be around November, December. However, very excited. Many national teams are looking great, including some of the underdogs. They look like they're ready to go, and it's definitely going to change up how the football clubs, I guess, perform as well outside of the World Cup. So yeah, I'm eager. I'm excited for it to start.
Now, before we start, who are you supporting? Who do you want to win? Quickly.
All right, I've always been a big supporter of France. I want them to win the World Cup. They won it in 2018. I was very happy about that. I cried that night so much, and I'm hoping to cry again this time.
Cap.
I promise you. I cried like a baby. I cried like a girl. I cried like I was a girl, bro. I cried a lot, but it was good. It was good, and I'm hoping they can do it.
Okay.
I'm hoping they can repeat it. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so half of my family is Brazilian, and this is the best I could do for a Brazilian shirt. Yellow shirt, yeah. So I want Brazil to win the World Cup, but for anyone who has noticed till now, I've got a soft spot for Messi. So maybe Brazil can wait.
You know what? Same. If Argentina wins it this year, I will not be upset whatsoever. I'll be happy because he would have solidified his legacy. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, before we create our own bracket and we see who we think is going to make the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and win the 2022 World Cup, who do you think are the dark horses? Who do you think are going to be a surprise team? And a surprise team can be maybe a team going into the World Cup with very poor form, but surprisingly maybe turn it around on the biggest stage in world football. And who do you think is going to crash out? Do you think France is going to continue the curse of World Cup winners and get knocked out in the group stage of this year's World Cup?
Yes, I do. I do. As much as I want them to win it, I don't think we're going very far. Perhaps outside the group stage, but maybe in the round of 16 quarterfinal, we might get knocked out. We're not going to make it far. We're not going to make it far at all. Germany, I see them getting knocked out quite early as well. They're not going to make it far. Spain, you know what? Spain's an interesting one because I don't like their squad, but they might perform well. It's just one of those things. However, I think Argentina looks brilliant. I think Argentina will absolutely go far into this tournament, if not win it. And again, I mean, a lot of people speak of a final between Portugal and Argentina. I just don't see that happening. I don't see...
I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, me too.
My blood level.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if Portugal wins it. Yeah, I might stop watching football. I don't think I can handle it.
I'll probably just I'll just build my.
I just don't. You know what? No matter what, I do not want Portugal to win the World Cup. I'm saying this right now. For all of you watching, I'm sorry if you're from Portugal or you support them. I do not want Portugal to win the World Cup. I think Ronaldo will not shut up. No one will shut up. Ronaldo fans will not shut up. And I just don't want it to happen because it will create more delusion in the world of football than already exists. So I think Portugal will not go far, and not because I don't want them to. I genuinely don't think they could. However, as much as I don't want them to win all that, I have to obviously, as an objective fan, say that it is quite sad to obviously anticipate that it might be Ronaldo's last World Cup. I hope they do well, not well enough to win it, but I do hope they do well. And I think a team that will surprise people is Senegal. I think they've got Sadio Mane.
AFCON champions.
Yeah. I think they've got Sadio Mane, they've got Mendy. Who else? They got Naby Keita, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No,
not Naby Keita. Oh, Koulibaly. That's the one. I was wondering who that third one is. Koulibaly. I think they can be quite good. I don't think obviously they go far into the tournament, but I think they can do well in their group.
Are these your dark horses, or are you just naming them as probably a potential.
I'm just naming them as a
What?
potential contender, really. You know,
Yeah.
it could be a dark horse. You know, they might, depending on how they work together. They obviously won the AFCON Cup, but doesn't mean they're going to do well in the World Cup. Significantly more difficult tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else? I mean, Belgium. Belgium, obviously, for a long time ranked, actually for I think 2 years consecutively, ranked as the #1 national team in the world.
Way.
Yeah,
way
yeah,
more
but
than
I mean, they
it was-
fluctuated between first and second. However, for 2 years they stayed on top. They never dropped to second until recently. Brazil took over and they became ranked first in the world. Rightly so, I agree with that. However, Belgium definitely top 2 in the world, if not the best in the world.
Yeah.
Do they perform like they are? Yeah, they do, but they don't close it in the final moments. They didn't make it to the finals of the Euro. And speaking of the Euros, England, who lost in the final, I think could do incredibly well this year. Very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not I am not
optimistic of you.
saying that they're going to win it, but they could reach between the semi-final and the
course,
final. They've got an incredible squad.
They have a generation.
Yeah. They've got a very good squad.
Yeah.
However, back to the point of Belgium, again, they could do well. I don't see them winning it, especially not with Hazard's recent performances. However,
Captain. He's the captain.
no, absolutely not. I think Kevin De Bruyne should be the captain or Courtois. But anyway, a good side, definitely one to watch out for. I think if I'm to place bets right now, I would be confidently saying that the World Cup winner will be either Argentina, Brazil, or England. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Who I want to win, obviously I want Argentina to win. But if I'm really trying to put bias aside and really try to look at this from a perspective where, okay, who really has a chance to win the World Cup this year? And this is no bias, I swear to God, but I genuinely think Brazil are going to win.
I agree.
After 2018 and 2014.
I agree.
But yeah, I hope either way, if Argentina or Brazil win, it's a win-win for me. But I'd rather Argentina win it this year just because it's Messi's last World Cup. And look, I'm the biggest Messi fan there is, so I can't wait.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Okay, so let's create our own bracket. So we think either the big dogs of Argentina, Brazil, France, potentially a Spain or Germany are going to win the favorites.
Oh no, we don't think. I don't think Spain or Germany are. Spain or Germany are both not making it to anywhere near the final. Spain might, but they won't win it. However, Germany, I think are getting eliminated early on, at least quarterfinal.
Yeah. Now this is a question that comes up every single summer.
Yeah.
Every 4 years. The World Cup winner this year, is it going to be a nation that's won it already, or is it a nation that still has not smelled the World Cup trophy?
Well, it depends. I mean, I don't know,
Or let's say not win it, but there's going to be a big chance of them winning it. Like they can reach the final.
Well, let's break it down like this. Who hasn't won the World Cup yet?
You've got Belgium.
Belgium, okay.
So Germany, France, Spain have all won it. Brazil have
Argentina
won it.
has won it,
Argentina have won it twice. The Netherlands have reached the final 3 or 4 times, but they have never won it. Those are like the big teams that still have not.
Okay.
Italy have won it 4 times.
Italy is not even in the World Cup, yeah. They're actually a joke,
So,
but forget about them. Anyway, okay, I think Belgium could get close to it. I don't think they win it, but they could come close. Probably the closest they've been yet. Have they reached the final before? I don't think.
But I think their closest bet was World Cup 2018. They reached 3rd place.
Yeah.
They played. France unfortunately overcame them in the semi-final.
Don't tell me unfortunately. What are you on about?
No, I'm talking. No.
Don't tell me. What do you mean unfortunately? No.
I'm talking about that because their squad at the time was in their prime. You had Hazard before he moved on to Madrid. Courtois was continuing his fine Chelsea form before his first poor season at Madrid. Vincent Kompany was still there. You had Romelu Lukaku, who performed at an extremely high level. He was in the race for the Golden Boot. So you had players who were young, who were thriving, who were fresh. So I don't know, with players turning 30 now and Hazard not really in his place, and I don't know how De Bruyne is going to go into the World Cup with how intense City play. I don't know if Pep is going to listen to the Belgian FA and probably not play him as many games as he wants to. We don't know. That's why I think 2018 was their closest bet, but you never know. Football is a world of questions. So
I think they won't come to third place, but they still won't be far off. I think they can reach a semi-final, maybe a quarter-final, even though I consider that early to be eliminated. But maybe a semi-final, who knows? It depends on who they get drawn against after their win, after they win the group stage or qualify from the group stage rather. I think the team that I'm going to stick with this. The teams that could win the World Cup: Argentina, Brazil, England, and potentially France. But I don't think so. Yeah, but mainly Argentina, Brazil, and England, in that order.
Well, yeah, you said it at the beginning of the episode. The biggest change in this year's World Cup is that it's going to be in the winter season, November, December time. Now, I don't like that
because we're university students.
I really want to spend. I really. No, it's not even that. I'm going to Canada. I'm going to be watching the World Cup final at like 11 a.m., 10 a.m. I have classes. I have finals at the time. I mean, imagine spending it this summer with all your friends and families, and especially for students like us who just graduated high school this year. I mean, what a send-off that would have been. But that's the biggest change of this year's World Cup. It's going to be in the winter time, December time. How do you think this is going to affect players, especially the top players going into this World Cup? And they are going to be leaving the season at a very significant time. They would have probably played 3 or 4 Champions League group stage games, and the Premier League teams and English team would have been well way on their journey on the EFL Cup and beginning the FA Cup soon. And the tables across the Europe's top 5 leagues would begin to shape up. You're talking about 2-3 months down the line where players are going to be leaving a very important time of the season, because this is where you can probably cement yourself as, like last year, for example, Manchester City, even though Liverpool caught up, but you can see around December time, City have won the league. Madrid around December time, Madrid have won the league.
A very decisive period.
So this is very key. What do you think, or how do you think, for example, in the Premier League, that the English FA have asked the top 6 clubs, or have asked the Premier League, let's say, not to organize any games against the top 6 a week or 2 before the World Cup, before they enter the World Cup squads and begin their training session with the World Cup teams, because they don't want any clashes. How do you think that's going to affect other teams in Spain, for example, and Italy and France and Germany? They're going to go into the World Cup. Do you think teams are going to listen to each individual FA and follow by their policies and their rules and regulations? Oh, we need this player for the World Cup. Don't play him the next 2 weeks. You can bring him off the bench. There's going to be specific asks and questions. So what do you think? What do you think about that?
I think, a massive responsibility there, and for every club, they absolutely should listen to the FA, each specific FA that applies a rule. It's in the best interest of the players for their World Cup glory, particularly teams which have multiple players which share a common nationality. They'll definitely be loud with their voices, and they'll definitely push on the board of their relative club to, I guess, accept the rules of each FA, and therefore organize games against non-top 6 teams or avoid playing them excessively. I think the biggest effect of the World Cup happening at such a different time, especially at such a decisive time, is the effect on club football, not on the World Cup. Yeah. The only effect I see happening in terms of the World Cup is, if anything, all players are going to play better than they would have in the summer. Their individual performances are going to be better. They'd be fitter. They won't be as exhausted as if they were to play it in the summer, because it wouldn't be after such a massive season. Rather, it would be during the season. And we tend to see that a lot of the time, such as we saw with Mo Salah when he scored double-digit goals before Christmas, was it the 2 seasons ago? We tend to notice
last season.
Oh, last season, yeah. We tend to notice that a lot of players reach their prime, their relative prime of that specific season around the time which the World Cup will take place this year, which is November, December. That's when they are performing their absolute best in that relative season. So that will translate into the World Cup. Each player will perform very well for their relative nation. I think that's a good thing for every nation, I guess. Every nation will therefore see an improvement in their performance. It'll be a much more competitive World Cup. But that's the only effect on the World Cup. The biggest effect, like you mentioned, is club football. That first of all, we've seen a massive structural change for the season. The season started significantly earlier than it should have. The first Premier League game was played on August 5th, way earlier than it should be played, at least 2 weeks earlier.
Yeah.
The AFL games are obviously going to be designed a bit differently in terms of how they are drawn.
They're starting tonight.
Exactly, yeah, and that shouldn't be the case at all. They start much later. The Champions League, usually, if the World Cup wasn't to take place, we would see the Champions League already be decided in terms of the round of 16 by the end of that time period. We are now noticing that the group stages will be played earlier, but still somehow run longer than they should, because the World Cup is going to stop that time span significantly. That will affect club football. Now, it will also, beyond the structural change, affect how clubs perform after the World Cup. Whoever doesn't perform well individually will have a significant drop. Obviously, this is relative. This isn't guaranteed. But will likely have a significant drop in their form for the rest of the season. If, for example, we saw this with Mo Salah. When he lost that African Cup final, he was different after that. We didn't see the same player. He wasn't that great. I know he still ended up winning. He ended up winning the Golden Boot. He tied with Son, right? But if he won the final, I think he would have ran away with the Golden Boot. He would have competed for the Ballon d'Or with Benzema. He might have changed the outcome of the Champions League final. I'm not even joking. The confidence to a player. I don't think anyone realizes this. Confidence to a football player makes or breaks their performance. There are players who are exceptional, and with confidence they prove that. But when they don't have confidence, I promise you, they play in a way as if they've never touched the ball in their life. Confidence really damages a player. Whoever doesn't perform well in the World Cup, this will translate to the rest of their season or the next foreseeable 2-3 months after the World Cup as a result of the World Cup. On the other hand, whoever performs really well in the World Cup, maybe leads their team to glory or bags a lot of goals or assists or just has a brilliant consistency with their performances, they'll likely carry that through to their club. They'll carry that through after the World Cup, and we may even see it affect how teams perform. Usually, like you said, by December into January, we see some teams run away with the league. However, depending on the World Cup, whoever runs away with it might not run away with it, because other teams might perform very well or very bad depending on who their players are and which nation their players come from. That's how it'll affect it. Yeah.
Okay, now let's see who we think is going to run away with the World Cup. Now, bear in mind, this is a bracket constructed by us, so we are just going to predict who is going to finish in first and second in each group, and we're just going to slot them into their designated spot, whether it's 1A against 2B or 1C against 2D, etc. So all of that is not who we think is going to win. We are just trying to predict it based on what the bracket is looking like right now. So, Group A, we're only going to be talking about first and second because third and fourth place, they're just going to get knocked out. There's no need to place them in that order. So, Group A, we've got Ecuador, Netherlands, Qatar, and Senegal.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to finish in first and second in that group?
First will be Senegal, and second will be Netherlands.
I think the same.
I think that's reasonable.
So we've got Senegal in first and Netherlands in second in Group A. Talk to me about why you think Senegal are going to break Netherlands, or let's say break their enormous name within.
Because Netherlands lacks something which is very important. They lack attack.
Yeah.
I know that they've got Memphis Depay, but they lack they lack the attacking football they need to top a group and to score goals and to win games. Defensively, brilliant. They've got Van Dijk. They've also got De Jong in that midfield, but they lack what it takes to top that group, especially with Senegal. Very overlooked team. Senegal is very well rounded. Midfielders, defense, and attack. Very quick players. Not just Sadio Mane or Koulibaly. They've just got all-round players. They're very quick, agile players, very athletic. Africans are known for that, and Senegal proved that, and that's why a lot of France's national team, unfortunately, is full of African origin players. And we very much will see that with Group A. Senegal is a brilliant team. They've got a lot of athletic ability, and they're very good in terms of their footballing ability. Sadio Mane and Koulibaly, as well as Mendy, an incredible keeper, can absolutely carry the team to great things. And I think they'll top Group A. Netherlands will be close behind them, though.
Yeah. Okay, so Group B. We're starting to get a little spicy here.
Yeah.
So we've got England. We've got the United States of America. We've got Iran, and we've got Wales, who just made it to the World Cup after their playoff in the summer against Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I think England are going to finish first, and the US are going to finish second.
Really?
That's what I think.
Oh, interesting.
As of right now, I'm still on the basis between Wales and the US, but I think the US are just going to edge it. And then they're just going to get knocked out in the round of 16, just depending on who they're going to.
You know what? I can agree with that. I personally, I knew England, no debate. England is going to finish first. If they don't, something's wrong.
Okay. So that's no debate.
There's no debate. England is first. Now, Wales and the US, I would have initially said Wales would finish, second. Bale seems really intent on making a statement in the World Cup. But is Bale enough? He's not. You know what I mean? You need more. The US, we've seen the MLS grow in terms of, its popularity, in terms of the ability of each individual player there, but the MLS is full of non-Americans. So I think, I think I'm going to say that England finishes first and Wales finishes second.
We have to agree on it, though. We have to agree.
We have to agree.
We have to agree.
Okay, then you know what? For this one, I'll let it go, and I'll say US because yeah.
We can still argue.
No, because I think we have bigger arguments coming up that I might want you to settle in on some of the later arguments. So I'll settle for the US coming in second.
Okay. Group C.
Okay, absolutely no debate.
Group that I have my eye on, and I think you have your eye on.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we've got Argentina, Mexico, Poland, and another Arabic country, Saudi Arabia, who also made the 2018 World Cup.
Very, very brilliant to see from Saudi Arabia. Absolutely brilliant.
So let's see what's the no debate or the no-brainer. Which one is the no-brainer for you in that group?
No-brainer in a sense that they won't make it whatsoever, or?
No, in the sense of who finishes first or second.
Oh, okay, absolutely, okay. Argentina finishes first.
Okay.
That I think there's no debate. And I think Mexico finishes second.
Yes, okay. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. I think even the USA-Wales thing, we were close. So I think so far we're very much the same. Okay.
So let's add Argentina onto the first, or the third, actually, the third matchup in the round of 16. And Mexico in the fourth.
Okay.
A, B, C, and D.
My group.
Australia, Denmark, France, and Tunisia.
Yeah.
What do we think?
France finishes first.
Okay.
And I'd expect Denmark to finish second with a close third of Australia.
Yes,
but
I say the same thing, actually. Exactly.
Australia may give them a run for their money, but I think Denmark comes out second.
Talk to me about Denmark. What do you think Denmark is? Are they going to show us or showcase their surprising abilities like they did in the Euros, or are they going to cement themselves as one of the teams to look out for?
They'll definitely be a team to look out for. Finishing second in Group D is quite good, especially with Australia being in there. They're not far off Denmark, believe it or not. But Denmark proved in the Euros that they're a team to watch out for.
We've got spicy round of 16.
Yeah, I know. So. Yeah, and I think so far. I think we're going to be quite accurate. I hope. Denmark is quite good. I think they'll cement themselves as a team to watch out for. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Group
Yeah.
E, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan, and Spain. Some people say that this is the group of death. We don't really have a group of death this winter.
We don't, but if you
But
were to absolutely
say-
put one, I'd say
Yeah.
it is this one.
If you would title the group of death, it would probably
It
be
is,
this
yeah.
group. So Costa Rica, Germany, Japan, and Spain.
Yeah.
Actually four footballing countries that are actually pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think Spain finishes first and Germany finishes second, though.
I think, oh my God, what the
Do you think the same?
I don't think Germany are going to go far, so that's why I'm like, they're probably struggle in the group stage. So.
No, I think they'll finish second, and then they'll
Yeah,
get
of
eliminated
course, yeah.
after that.
Okay. I want you just to touch on Spain and why you don't their squad a little, like, irritates you a little bit.
Okay, so Spain has a good midfield. They've got a good midfield, and they've got a good defense. Especially if is Sergio Ramos gonna get called up? I think he is. Yeah, he's part of the squad for Spain.
Hopefully, I mean, he's fit now.
Yeah.
He can get called up for
Yeah,
Euros, and people went
No,
crazy
he'll get called up, I'm sure. Especially he's been doing well for PSG now that he's back. My problem
Yeah.
is, you tell me right now who's their striker?
for Germany.
No, for Spain. Who's
For
Spain?
Spain?
Who
Oh.
is the striker?
The money laundering player.
Morata. You're telling me Morata. You're telling me Spain. You're telling me Spain with Morata up top.
Look,
The-
you've got options. They can play a false nine. I don't think that works in international tournaments, but they've got Pablo Sarabia.
It will no. But I still don't rate Sarabia enough.
You've got Ferran Torres, who's extremely well. I don't know who else is in that squad that can play as a Iago Aspas, but I don't.
No,
think he's going to
no.
play up top
Look,
either.
the team will do well in their group because of mentality, because they want it. Okay, but they will not go far. Now that we are even discussing their squad, I might want to switch out. I might want to swap Germany and Spain, but I won't because they could still finish first.
Yeah.
Spain
Yeah.
will not go far. If they do, it's all because of their mentality. Individually,
Yeah, and they're young
yeah,
squad.
individually they're not great. They're not great. Their defense is good, but they're not great. Their attack is very weak. Probably one of the weakest attacks of any nation that you consider top 10 in the World Cup. The weakest attack, 100%.
So, like we touched on Belgium, we move on to their group, Group F. Belgium, Canada. The first time in I don't know how many years, but it's been an extremely long time. Croatia, last World Cup's runners-up, and Morocco.
Can I surprise you?
Surprise!
Croatia will finish first and Belgium will finish second.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a little bias. I'm probably gonna put Canada, but let's
Please
argue
don't
about
put
this.
Canada.
Let's talk
Okay.
about this.
Croatia is a very good team. Modric is in his final year with Real Madrid, but in this final year, he's not showing any signs of slowing. Yeah, he's
Okay, just before you continue, so you're putting Croatia first.
and Belgium second. If you wanna swap them, I'm happy to take that.
No, I think Belgium are gonna finish first, but I think Belgium are gonna finish second. So
Yes,
so we can agree
but
on
why
that.
who are you gonna put first? If you put Canada, I'm sorry. I can't like.
Canada.
No.
My people.
No, not your people, bro. We don't care about your people. I'm sorry. Okay, listen to me. Croatia.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree about
Your
Croatia.
Perisic,
No, I don't
Perisic, Modric. They've got an incredible squad. You can't fault it. You know,
Yeah.
like there's a reason they reached the 2018 World Cup final. Didn't do that well in the Euros, was it? Yeah, but
I think they got knocked out in the quarter.
yeah,
final,
didn't do that well.
16, something
But
like
they'll finish top of their group, or Belgium might finish top and Croatia second. But that's my top two.
Yeah.
That's my top two.
that. Yeah. So coming to my point, a disclaimer. Obviously, we don't know. There aren't any international games happening right now. We don't know the form of each team.
Yeah.
We're just going on the basis of the Copa America of last year, the Euros last year, and any international games from the Nations League, which I completely hate, by the way.
Yeah.
So we're just going on the basis of the teams right now, the squads they have right now, and how we think they're going to shape up and enter this World Cup. So please, this isn't this might not be true at the end.
Yeah,
of the day,
this is a very early prediction. Who is called up for the team and how everything shapes up might change some of what we say. This is just an early prediction.
Yeah. So last two groups, we move on to Group G.
Yeah.
We've got honestly, this is a very difficult group. Honestly,
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Brazil, Cameroon, one of the strongest African teams in the history of football. They're known to be a powerhouse. Serbia, who I think are dark horses this year, and Switzerland.
Okay.
So obviously we can agree Brazil on first.
Yeah, I agree.
In first, sorry. Okay, let's add that. Let's talk about who will finish in second in that group.
Who do you think? I know who I think.
So I think.
Okay.
I think Cameroon are gonna finish.
What? Really?
Yeah. However, they in the AFCON in January of this year, you can say, they were the favorites to win. Obviously, they didn't win.
Yeah.
And they have a very strong squad, and I think the generations of players that come through with their teams, I think they're just one of the African nations, or probably just another footballing nation across the world, which I think they're gonna do good in the group stage. Don't get me wrong; they're probably gonna get knocked out early, but I think they can probably just beat Serbia.
Wait.
However,
Hold on.
However, I said Serbia are the dark horses.
No. Stop. No. You think Serbia is gonna finish third and Cameroon is gonna finish second? So you think Switzerland is fourth?
Well, what, you have them in second?
I have Switzerland in second, my bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I have Switzerland in second. We can agree to disagree. I'll go with Cameroon for your sake if you want. I mean, no, I'm not going for Cameroon. We might.
No, because we have a pretty hard group next, so we want.
Okay. Look,
so
I'll agree. I'll agree to Serbia. I'll agree to Serbia, but I will not agree to Cameroon. Although fine, I'm just saying this on camera, I think Switzerland's gonna finish second. So if Switzerland finish second, I want you all to come back to this video and just give him hate comments. Give Walid hate comments as much as you can.
Okay, we can meet in the middle and we can put Serbia
We'll meet in the middle. Okay, cool.
Serbia in second, so that's 2G.
Okay,
last group and a very spicy one.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Ghana, so this is Group H. Ghana, Portugal, South Korea, and Uruguay.
Okay, I already know my top two. Yeah, it's Portugal and Korea Republic. The silence. Yeah, the silence.
What?
Yeah. Korea Republic is gonna finish second, bro.
No. Let me hear that again. Actually, say
Portugal and Korea Republic are gonna finish as the top two of the group. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Yeah. I presume you're gonna put Uruguay in second.
South Korea and Portugal.
Yeah.
Tell me. Give me a reason why South Korea. What?
I just think they're better than people think, and I don't rate Uruguay or Ghana's teams right now. Yeah.
Okay. Just because I'm speechless, I'll put in South Korea for the sake of this video.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So Portugal in first.
Portugal in first. Yeah. Do you not think they'll finish first? Yeah.
No. I think they'll finish in first.
Who did you, just for curiosity's sake, who do you think finishes second?
I was going to try and discuss the possibility of either Ghana or Uruguay because I think they're both equal.
No. But it's gonna be Korea Republic,
okay.
Bro.
Okay, so Korea Republic.
Now, where does that leave us in terms of?
Okay, now, just to finish up the last round of 16 draw, we have. Okay, we'll begin with the first one we've created. We've got Senegal versus the USA.
Okay, Senegal wins that.
Okay, I agree.
Yep.
Let's just put that in the first quarterfinal.
Senegal will win that, yeah.
And then the other team who will accompany them in the quarterfinal is either Argentina or Denmark.
Argentina.
Okay, Argentina. Now, to the next round of 16, we've got Spain versus Belgium.
Okay. I think that's where that's where Belgium gets knocked out, I think.
Okay, so Spain
Yeah.
into the quarterfinal. Brazil versus your baby team, your lovelies, South Korea.
Oh yeah, Brazil just annihilates them. Like
Okay.
5-0 maybe.
Let's move across to the other side of the bracket. England versus the Netherlands.
England beats them. Yeah, England, I think. Close game, but England, yeah, England.
Okay, yeah. I'd say
Yeah,
England, okay. Now, France or Mexico.
Yeah,
And you said France might get knocked out.
yeah, no,
early.
but
Let's see
France
this.
beats Mexico though. Yeah.
Okay. The last round of 16, or the last two round of 16 draws, making the last quarterfinal draw. Croatia versus Germany.
Croatia wins.
What? No, we're talking about.
No, bro.
No.
Bro, who? Why would Germany win? Who does Germany have?
No, I'm not saying they're gonna win.
No. Why
I'm
would they
just
beat
saying
Croatia though? Who do they have to beat Croatia?
They have a very consistent team and a very balanced
Okay.
squad. Okay, I don't like their defense. Their defense is poor. They don't really have.
You
good
think
defenders.
Kai Havertz and
I-
Thomas Müller are gonna carry Germany?
Hey, don't disrespect Thomas Müller.
I won't
yeah?
because he's good.
Don't.
But bro, I just look. If you want my opinion, Croatia will win. But this is one of the games where I'm willing to agree to disagree and put Germany. This is the game I'm willing. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you
Okay.
better agree. I'm putting
Put Germany. I don't mind that because it's not like they're losing to a big team.
Okay. Portugal versus Serbia.
Okay, Portugal wins that. Yeah.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
too. Ready for quarterfinal number
Yeah,
one?
let's do it. Come on, hit me.
Senegal versus Argentina.
Ooh, a spicy game, but Argentina wins it.
Yeah. Okay.
Argentina does win it. Yeah.
Spain versus Brasilia.
Ooh, what a game! Oh, I hope this World Cup goes the way we are predicting it. Though. So who did you say? Spain and who? Brazil. Brazil wins. Yeah, but a very close game. Yeah, Brazil wins. Yeah.
Okay. Brazil. England versus France.
Oh, what is going on?
That's the third matchup.
Okay, listen. I think this is gonna pain me to.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, it's gonna pain me to say it.
Yeah, England. It has to
England.
be.
Look,
By
I'm
the
looking at
way,
the camera right now.
This is
England will beat France, and I don't mind it that much just because if England loses to France, I'm gonna have a very sad, I guess, community around me, given that I'm gonna be in England. So I don't mind that. England will beat France.
Yeah. Okay, now the last matchup. And before we talk about this last matchup, this is the most unrealistic prediction for the World Cup.
Oh, okay.
Because we have 4 top dog teams in the semi-final right now. And I don't think this has happened in years. There's always a dark horse. There's always a small team. There's always a team that's never won the World Cup. So, again, this is predictions based on the bracket that's given to us right now. Germany versus Portugal.
Oh.
I think Portugal take this one.
Yeah, me too. But then again, I don't know, man. I think Germany could beat Portugal.
Yeah?
Like, if I know, look, I know this is going to sound weird because I said that Croatia beats Germany. But I think, like, the way a team plays affects a lot. Like, it affects so much in terms of, like for example, Croatia could beat Germany, but Portugal can beat Croatia. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's not like the logic in football isn't that just because Croatia beats Germany, Croatia beats Portugal. No. Croatia could beat Germany and Portugal could beat Croatia. That's what I initially wanted to go with. That is what I think. But if we're agreeing that Germany beats Croatia, I think Germany will beat Portugal.
Okay, I'll give you the Germany one. Like, you gave me the Germany one last time. I'll return the favor now.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna start with the third place game.
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
Just so, who's going to win in semi-final 1? Brazil or Argentina?
Fuck, no. Oh, no. I don't want to do this. I want to leave. I want to leave.
You know my answer. Everyone knows my answer. So let's see your answer.
I hate this so much. Brazil is going to be looking for revenge after losing that final.
I know. That's
bro, I don't. Okay, look. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say that Brazil... bro, I can't. Argentina will beat Brazil. But this, I'm going to I haven't said this for any other game except the Croatia-Germany one. I think Brazil could beat Argentina easily as well. Yeah. Just as easily as Argentina could beat them. Yeah. So as much as I'm saying Argentina, I don't consider my prediction false if Brazil win. Because I think Brazil can beat them just as much. I just want to say Argentina because I want to speak it into existence. I want to say that Argentina made it into the final. So Argentina,
speak it into the
exactly
universe.
That, yeah. Manifestation. Argentina beats Brazil in the semi-final and qualifies to the final of the World Cup.
Yeah. Okay, that means Brazil are in the third place playoff.
Yeah.
England versus Germany.
Yeah, England wins and makes it to the final.
Yeah, I say
that. Yeah, England wins.
Yeah. That means Germany and Brazil are in the third place.
In which Brazil wins.
Who do we think is okay? Brazil. That was very straightforward.
Yeah. Brazil will be third place, Germany fourth, which leaves us with a final, World Cup final. Yeah, Argentina.
We have Argentina
versus England.
Versus England.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Argentina wins.
Argentina.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I need to hear. Argentina versus England in the World Cup final. Argentina wins the World Cup. Messi solidifies his legacy as the GOAT, even though I don't personally think he needs the World Cup to be the GOAT.
Wait for episode 5. By the way.
I will. I've already put that down as well. But point is, I don't think he needs a World Cup to solidify his legacy, but he will win the World Cup if they do reach the final against England the way we predicted. And he will lift that trophy, and I think after that he should retire. That's what I think. Yeah. Because if he performs well for PSG this season and then wins the World Cup, could be looking at a Ballon d'Or season, and then he should retire. Yeah. Done. I think that's it, and I think that's a good way to wrap it up for for this.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
So, our winners are Argentina. Our runners-up are England. By the way, again, I'm going to say it again. When I say our runners-up and winners, it's not who we think we are going to win. It's what the bracket gave us. So Argentina are going to win the World Cup. England are going to be in second, and third place runners-up, Brazil. So this bracket, basically, when we reach the semi-final, Argentina versus Brazil, and if this happens in real life, it could either be a win-win situation for me or a lose-lose situation. Yeah. Brazil can get knocked out and go to the third place and still become fourth, and Argentina can reach the final but still become runners-up. So
I don't like. Obviously, I want Messi to win the World Cup, but I don't have much emotion invested as far because France wouldn't be there at that point. However, the only thing, if Argentina loses the final, I'll be heartbroken. I'll be so heartbroken. I'd rather they lose the semi-final and finish in third than they lose the final. That's what I think.
Yeah, because it's like
because you got the way he did in 2014, Messi, and then they lost that against Germany. There is a picture, a very famous picture of Messi just looking at the World Cup trophy while he walks past.
Oh my
I hate it. It gives me pain. Like it makes
And he's walking next to Neuer as well.
Yeah. I hate it. So I don't want that to happen again. But either way, with the way we predicted the brackets, that's what the brackets gave us. This could very much change depending on how the groups end and what teams are actually selected, what players are selected. But that's a good, I guess, summary for our prediction.
Yes. Yeah. So the bracket said Argentina. Who we want to win is Argentina. Who we think is going to win is either Brazil, France, or Argentina. So I guess you understand the pattern.
Yeah. There's definitely a pattern there. We think definitely South America with a bit of potential for England or France from Europe, and
Yeah. Okay, so this wraps up episode 4. We predicted, according to the bracket, this year's World Cup. If you guys would want to create your own bracket, the application I used for this video was FootMob. This is not a sponsorship, don't worry. There's a bracket over there with the specific groups and the specific or the designated numbers and letters from each group onto the round of 16 and onwards. Let us know your predictions, who you want to win, who you think is going to win, and if you want to do the bracket, you can feel free and do so. Thank you so much. This is episode 4. I'm Walid. Thank you, Mohamad. Again, you can listen to us on Spotify, on YouTube as well. You can watch us on YouTube. We have our TikTok and our Instagram. And don't worry, on every single platform, we have all our links to every single platform. Spotify, again, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much. And we look forward to see some interesting comments and predictions.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.